All right, we should be good there. All right, we are back. Good afternoon. We are back in the building. We back. Should be good now.
Yeah, pop up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah,
two, go to like 2, should be good.
All right.
I might have messed with it. I was
Yeah,
stuff with the
probably
other
so.
camera.
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Yeah, it should be good.
All right, guys. What up? All right, well, let's shout out the first people in the chat because I got to keep the festivities alive here, guys. I got to keep the tradition alive. If you were one of the first ones in the chat, you are considered, in my opinion, a real one. So we got to shout you out. Still underscore 1966. BDH fam, let's make a little money. You are correct, Amando, sir. I had my shirt on earlier, make a little monies, and that shirt is drenched in sweat because we beat Denny down. So that is right. D got skills. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little rusty, chat. Right, but we will take the W either way. Make no mistake about it. We'll take the W. So, yeah, if you didn't hear the news, guys, yeah, we beat Denny down. I mean, unfortunately, he, but he'll survive. He'll be all right. He'll be back for another L. But you got him rocking out tonight, so I'm excited for him for that, guys. What do we got going on the chart? Well, we are in a big old range. So if you are a range trader, maybe you have kind of joined in the festivities, but the reality is it is easy to kind of get chopped here, guys, if you're not patient, right? We know what we got going on this afternoon. That is correct, Amondo. We had the FOMC meeting. 2 o'clock, the rate comes out. PW kind of mentioned that, chat. It sounds like nobody's really anticipating a rate hike, right? So there's that's not on the, typically not in the cards, it sounds like. However, the tone of the new Fed chair, I think, would be probably something of significance, right? So we'll see how this plays out. So we got to be ready either way. We had a good afternoon session yesterday, chat. We will see how this thing kind of plays. We don't know if we'll get movement before then, right? I think just be smart. If you want to kind of map out the range that we're referring to here, you can kind of map it out here, right? This is it. This is the range that we are stuck in, chat. Been stuck here basically since 10:30. So, oh man, you gotta love it. Are we trading until 2 o'clock? Well, the meeting's at 2, the rate's at 2, and then it all depends on the volatility, guys. I'm gonna be smart here and kind of let this thing play out, right? So I do have traded one account this morning. This account is up $1,600. This is another funded account here, guys, with Apex, right? Made $1,600 on it. So that account right now is at $2,762, right? Took a payout. You guys probably saw my X account on Apex last night. That they already deducted the balance, the withdrawal from the balance overall. So that happened pretty quick. So now I just got to wait to physically get it. But this account is green here. We'll see what else we can get today. I would say be smart and kind of let this thing kind of play out. And we'll see what we have, chat. Which is what it is. Know your prop rules. Yeah, that is a good point. Too much for you 31. I think we talked in the past too much for you 31 because we weren't sure if you were a female or a male. I think you had a comment at one point and we kind of roasted you a little bit. So shout out to Too Much For You 31. We have established about a week or two ago that he is a male, chat. He is not a female. So I remember. D-Money has a good D-Money has a memory like an elephant, chat. So I'll recall that user ID. Make no mistake about it. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. We gotta get the party started here this afternoon. That's right. Got to get this thing flowing. Still no comments on corn dog. Yeah, we're gonna try to stay corn dog free today. So we'll see what happens here, chat. Favorite timeout of all time. Yeah, I think that definitely qualifies as the favorite timeout, chat, of all time. Hawkish equals dump, dovish equals pump, in my opinion. Yeah, we're gonna find out, chat. I'll definitely drop a poll in the chat to kind of see how you guys are feeling as we get a little bit closer to the rate kind of being announced. But this is your range, guys, that we are stuck in. You guys are well aware of it. I know PW covered that during the morning show. So if you're coming to the stream now, you didn't trade this morning. You didn't really miss much, except for it looks like some range action. The problem here is that it's a big range, almost 200 points, right? About 194 points. So we'll see. D-Money, typically how long does it take to receive your payout from Apex from the day you submit it? Yeah, they give you a timeline actually on your email, right? So there's a timeline on your email, chat. You got to read that. Whether or not it's going to be quicker or not, who knows? You can kind of see that here. So we do have that, right? So if you guys don't follow me on X, rock me out here. It is... you can put all caps D-Money. If that doesn't come up, you put my first name. It should come up here, chat. We got you covered. Don't you worry. Right. But this is the email that you get. And it says funds will be sent within 3 to 4 business days. Once sent, it takes additional 3 to 7 days for the funds to be deposited. So there are a ton of people out there that actually have gotten payouts quicker than that, chat. So we will see how long it takes to hit the bank. But they did deduct it last night from the balance, so I'm able to trade that account now without being impacted, right? God forbid I blow the account or something. I'll still get the payout. It's already approved, so it is what it is. Free the corn dog. OGS 7138. That is a lot of corn, sir. So we're gonna have to give you the first time out because you, for some reason, just you wanna impose. This is what we're talking about, chat. Right? There's always somebody that has to impose. It's almost like they want to impose their will on you. Why are you posting so many corns in the chat? That is a lot. And if you're on a phone, it's even worse. So we're going to give you a quick timeout here. Come on back in about 60 seconds and rethink your life and why you decided to post that many coins, sir. That is unreal. I mean, it's chat. I've only been streaming for a couple minutes here, and he decided to try to take over the show. You got to love it. Oh, man. Hey, boss. Chables know who the boss is. What? What? What happened? Hey, bro, I've heard you said your wife is Dominican. Ever been to DR? Yeah, I'm actually not married. I've never been married. So the baby mama, my ex-girlfriend, is Dominican. Yeah, but we were never married. So, but I've never been to Brazil. I would love to go to Brazil, actually, now that you bring that up. Never been to DR either. So I mean, I would love to at some point hit up DR. That would be cool. Brazil, I think, is on the bucket list. Turks and Caicos is on the bucket list. A few other spots. Fair enough. You should go. Yeah, I definitely want to go. Longs look good below 5-day if you can capture the 20-day right before a massive push behind 5-day. What? 5-day, 20-day? What are you saying? The EMAs? Is that what you're looking at? You're probably looking at the EMAs, I'm guessing, right? So, yeah, I mean, this is, you know, in my opinion, chat, if you made profit today, if you're gonna trade the MO, you know, the FOMC time, you might want to. I mean, hey, who am I? I'm not a financial advisor, chat. You do what you want, but might be smart to kind of dabble in some evals here, right? Because this could be choppy. This could be a nothing burger. This could be a whole bunch of things, guys. So just be smart. This whole thing. We have 23 minutes to go before the boom. Meantime, can you explain this FOMC meeting fund rate? Just wanted to understand this. I'm new. I'm not trading. I'm done for the day. Just wanted to understand. Yeah. So basically, there is a forecast, chat, that basically comes out for the fund rate, and whether or not the rate, this is interest rates, guys. So this impacts like car finance, home, all that stuff, right? So it's very pivotal. The only issue here is that is it gonna change today? So I typically you can go to onlypropfirms.com to get your news here, chat. But for like a quick rundown on this with the forecast, right? So you can kind of see here. I'm old school. Sometimes I kind of go here to Forex Factory, right, to kind of check this out. The rate here that they have forecasted, chat, is 3.75, right? That's the forecast for the rate. So if it comes in at 3.75, that's going to be unchanged. And that is, I guess, the sentiment right now, right? So that's probably not going to change here, guys. If it changes, I mean, that would be a shocker, and that's going to spook the market in either direction, right? So that rate comes out. So like if you want to know, you click on it and it'll basically tell you, kind of like give you like a rundown, right? The rate decision is usually priced into the market. So it tends to be overshadowed by the statement. The statement comes out 30 minutes after the federal fund rate, chat, right? So it comes out at 2:30. So why traders care? Short-term interest rates are a paramount factor in currency valuation. Traders look at most other indicators merely to predict how rates will change in the future, right? So that just kind of gives you like a breakdown. So Warsh is the guy. He's the new guy that replaced Powell. So Powell, it sounds like, is still kind of hanging on there, chat, as a governor, right? So you can call it what you want. Some people are saying that he's a governor strictly because he doesn't want to get, he doesn't want Trump coming after him, whatever the case may be, right? So, but apparently he's the governor. So we will see, but as you can kind of see here, it says Warsh-led Fed expected to leave interest rates unchanged, right? So that, it's kind of like the expectation kind of going into this thing. So it'll be interesting to see if he kind of sheds light on the future, chat. That's what I think people are more concerned about for this one, is that does he shed light? Will he lower interest rates? Obviously, Trump wants rates lower, chat, right? He wants lower rates. So Trump's argument is that if the stock market, et cetera, is putting an all-time high after all-time high, why are we not raising rates? That's our lowering rates. That's basically what he's saying, right? So we will see how it plays out. So it comes out, you can see here, it comes out 8 times per year. And the next one comes out on July 29th, chat. That's what it is. So that's a quick rundown, and we will see what happens. So big old range, nothing to kind of write home about at the moment. Just got to be patient. Does that mean if the percentage, if it goes up 3.75 is bad for us, market can go down? Yeah, you just gotta. So the problem is we don't know how the market is gonna react, chat, because like I just read, a lot of times it's already baked into the market, believe it or not. So it's a wait and see situation. That's just what it is, guys. It's a wait and see situation. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's honestly a coin flip. We don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna drop a poll here. That kind of leads me into that. So we're gonna drop a poll into the chat, and we will see how you guys are feeling, because we're getting ready for the statement to come out. So we'll do the statement poll first, and then we'll do the conference after. So give me 1 second. see what you guys think here. So all right, so we got the poll coming through in the chat. We got you covered. Don't you worry, chat. As we get ready, you got less than 16 minutes here to for this thing to kind of pop off. So let's see how you guys are feeling here, right? So we always got to give you a third option simply because we got to have some fun with the chat. But you got rates stay the same. 62% feel like it's going to be right now kind of climb to 64. Feel like it's going to stay unchanged. So that's it. I mean, that's a landslide vote. Here, chat, right? So lower rate, 12%. Feel like the rates are going to be lower. That would obviously surprise the market, and we're going to get some kind of knee-jerk reaction either direction, right? We just gotta, because as a momentum trader, guys, you really don't care if they raise or lower them, right? You really don't care. It's just a matter of you're trying to join the momentum either direction, either way. So we'll see how that plays. And then you got the third option, Chad, that Denny took a beat down. So obviously, if you were here and you saw the festivities, unfortunately, Denny took the L today, Chad. He's been talking a lot of crap, and he lost the game that we played 5-2. So Denny will have to fork over some money, guys, for Prime 112 because that was the bet that we made like 3 weeks ago, is that the loser has to take the other person to Prime 112. So make no mistake about it. You can't call that a beatdown, bro, because it took you 30 minutes to make 5 baskets. Yeah. Well, NQ, so NQ underscore BSL, BSBL. So you know what we're going to call you? You know what we're going to call you since you want to take a shot at DMONEY, NQ underscore? We're going to call you NQ underscore BBL. How about that? So that is right. We got a new name for you. NQ underscore BBL. How about that? You got to love it. And we're going to give you a 10-second timeout. Come on back in about 10 seconds and think about your new user ID. Oh, man, you got to love it, chat. You got to love it. I mean, he was not prepared for that. I know he was not prepared for that comeback. Make no mistake about it, guys. He was not prepared. So he is trying to think of something to say here because it went left really quick. He wasn't prepared for DMONEY to roast him that quick. But make no mistake about it, DMONEY's pretty quick on his feet. So you got to love it. Oh, man. It's BSBL. No. It's NQ underscore BBL. Oh, man. You know it's funny when Ginger's laughing, chat. And so unfortunately, you were not prepared for the comeback, and you always got to be prepared for the comeback. So that is just what it is. Oh, man. All right, guys. So we're just kind of getting ready here for the party to start. Right. I mean, did you take a short here and you try to target 352 for a quick, like 30 points to the downside, guys? Because we've been kind of stuck in a range. Right. And we just rejected out the 14. You figure that there might be a little downside, like coming here, right back towards like 350 area. Or they're going to yoke this thing right back up, right? So just got to be smart, I think. You know, it looks like you got a high up here. You got a lower high. Do they kind of get back to the bottom of this range that we're kind of stuck in here, guys, right? That's the question. I mean, it looks like it. It looks like they want to reject here to the downside. You know, because technically right now we're in a smaller range, chat. That's the crazy part, right? So like if you kind of the last 20-30 minutes or so, we've been stuck here. I mean, in about a 43 point range, which is like crazy. So it's getting tighter. The overall box is the bigger range, but right now we're stuck in a 40 point range. Let me kind of map that out because I think we'll get some fireworks kind of leading into time for that print to come out. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. I got a W today on the court, so don't be shy, guys. Hit the like button if you're not subscribed. You know the vibes. Got to get to 1,000+ likes for the afternoon show, chat. We got 1,800 people rocking out. We're gonna ramp up here as we get closer to that 2 o'clock time. Make no mistake about it. See, right back up, 42 point range. So nothing to do as of yet here, guys. It's kind of vibing out here. We got about 10 minutes. Barcoding, clear barcode, right? That's what's happening, chat. Barcode right now. Almost want to map out that small range. We got to map that out, unfortunately, guys, because it's there. That's what's happening, right? So we're literally stuck in a smaller range right now. Kind of barcoding. You got a minute or two to get your vote in. Get your vote in, chat, and we'll see how the chat kind of leans as we get a little bit closer towards that release coming up here at 2 o'clock. While we wait, we'll do the weather report. I can tell you right now that if you were watching the game that was played this morning, or about an hour or so ago, we clearly had some sunshine. So I got you covered with the weather report, chat. Don't you worry. Trying to see if we finally like break out of that box, that little small range. All right, well, while we wait, we got you covered with the weather report, chat. I can tell you right now it's sunny outside. 91 degrees, to be honest. If you wonder why there was a lot of sweat going on out there, we had basically a lot of sunshine. So the forecast, mostly sunny here. Looking like we're gonna pop the top of that range, to be honest here, chat. That's what it's looking like, but very interested to see. Yeah, it looks like we're trying to pop the top of that range to the upside here. All right, so 91 degrees. High today is going to be 92. There's a heat advisory again expected until 6 o'clock p.m. chat. That's crazy. Low overnight was 79 degrees. I will tell you guys that there's been a brush fire, I think, in Miami, and living downtown Fort Lauderdale, chat, it's been a little hectic over the last day or so with like the fumes from that brush fire, because I can still, I'm on the 23rd floor and you can smell it. It's like crazy. Last night was crazy, chat. So, you know, hoping that it looks like there is a small chance of rain, and I'm hoping that kind of happens to kind of get rid of that, because that smell, if you ever been around a brush fire, chat, like it's crazy. So great with Lil Ray Ray. Had to have the humidifier on last night for my daughter. All right, so you got a pop here to the upside, guys. A lot of times you do get that pop right before, or a drop right before the news release comes out, and clearly we're breaking to the upside here. Do we try a quick long, trying to see if we can get, I'm trying a quick long here, chat. A little risky trade. This is the eval, guys. Can we get some movement here? Maybe like 20 points or so. At least 15, right? We want at least 15 points on the pop here, chat, to the upside. Let's see if we can get 15 points. You got a 200 EMA sitting at 468. So I would say be careful. This is an eval. This is not a funded account. Trying to get a 15-point trade here. Entry was 439 here. That's over 10 points. Can we get a little bit more, guys? I want a 15 pointer here. I feel like it's in the cards with the volatility. All right, there it is. Over 15 points. We'll make it a 20 pointer here, chat. Can we make it a 20 pointer? There it is. There's a 20 pointer. So we will take that to kind of get the party started here right before FOMC. Make no mistake about it. If you took the W, if you took the law and you got paid, drop a W in the chat. Why not? Oh man, yeah, we just saw the volatility. We broke out of the box. We had to take that trade because that is a breakout trade. Clearly momentum in the market. Make no mistake about it. You gotta love it. D Fearless and F. Okay, well, let's check your channel activity. We might boot you out of here. Yeah, maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't take it, but hey, that's on you. When's the next trade? I know, right? All right, so we are waiting here, chat. We got FOMC coming up here in the next 5 minutes here. We got the rate coming out here. We'll see how that thing kind of happens. And then at 2:30, you got basically the press conference. So nice little 20 pointer there. You can kind of see we talked through this range. We saw the range was established, chat, right? You had about a 40 point range or so. We broke out to the upside. We took the long and close it out. Why not? W $500. Nice, beautiful trade there, D. Yeah, just gotta try to join the momentum, guys. Now you gotta wait, right? In my opinion, because we're getting close. So if you're just tuning into the show, unfortunately your timing is a little off because we just had a 20-point winning trade. But we gotta see what else we can get here. You got a few minutes before FOMC, guys. I'm gonna close out this poll. You've had enough time at this point to kind of get the party started. So we're gonna close it out. Make no mistake about it. You'll see the results coming through the chat right now. Right now, you got 57% feel like we're gonna stay the same. 27% are enjoying Denny taking a beat down on the basketball court, and 16% of the chat, for some reason, based off of the sample size of 625 votes, chat, they feel like the rates are gonna get dropped. So. Wait, did you put a stomp down on Denny? That is correct, Demondo, sir. Where were you at? You missed the party. You missed the party. You didn't have to do Denny like that. Yes, I did. Actually, I did have to do him like that because he was talking a lot of crap. So we had to beat him down, chat. Make no mistake about it. So we got a few minutes for this rate to come out, guys. I don't have a bias based off of that. You let it come out, let the rate come out. Obviously, like PW said earlier, the reality is that the consensus, I think, of the market right now is that they're gonna leave rates unchanged, right? So if that's the case, we might get nothing like no reaction, right? But clearly we've been building up here for something here, chat, right? Since 10:30 this morning. We're either gonna pop this thing crazy to the upside, or we obviously fall through the floor. So, but the box is the box. I got it mapped out, and we will see how this thing plays. You got about 2 minutes left here. Job market too strong and inflation rising. Yeah, people say that all the time, guys, but I don't know, right? Who knows? Is it going to be up or down? We'll probably get some some volatility here at 2 o'clock. Right? Sometimes it's a little delayed, guys. Sometimes it's right away, right? So we need to play, you need to be smart here. You know, if you are a Degen, I know there's some Degens out there. You've used the code PW and you are lock and loaded here, trying to pass some evals. I know how it works, chat. So I've literally mapped out areas on the chart for you, right? So it is what it is. We'll see how the party starts. Are your yellow boxes actual zones of interest, or just highlighting an area for the stream? No, this is the consolidation. So in this example, this is consolidation. I do map out areas of interest when prices and momentum, right? But this clearly, these are consolidation boxes right now. So got about 33 seconds left here, chat. So hard to see. Yeah, you need to switch to the HD version of the stream and you will see it clearly. All right, 14 seconds here, chat. All right, it's out. The rate's out. So far, down to 382. And then right back up. A lot of volatility here, chat. All right, well, you gotta love it. Straight downtown Julie Brown got to the top of the box and pulled back. She gone. She gone. Bottom of the box here, guys. Do they pull it, snap it right back up here? Somebody said gap fill today. Yeah, maybe. All right, so got right back to the bottom of the box and pushed up again, guys. So that is cray. That's the bait. Don't be a fish. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Anything can happen here, guys. You got to be patient here. This is the first 5-minute candle, right? It's only 201. So, but obviously quite the pullback to the downside here. Pumped it pre-market up to, or pre-news to the top of the box, top of the range, and then rejected it down. That's a 180-point candle so far, chat. The total range of the candle. So don't be a fish, D-Money. Yeah. I'm not planning on being a fish. Like I said earlier, chat, you break either direction, that's probably, you know, there'll probably be some momentum in that direction. That's just what it is. Dumping to 30,700. Yeah, it's not looking good here, chat, for the Bears. Or for the Bulls, sorry. Not looking good here, guys. For the Bulls. I'll say that. You're getting a flush McGush here, guys. All right, so that is, yep. So remember what I said, guys. You lose the bottom of the box. You're looking for more downside here. And that is a 61-point drop so far. She gone to the downside here, chat. She gone. Somebody said gap fill. All right, well, you can't say that I didn't tell you that, hey, that is an 80-point drop from the bottom of the box here, guys. What a move. And we know that the gap fill, this is my box that was drawn out from yesterday, chat. It looks like we're gonna hit that box. Right, obviously the bottom of it's like 30,038 or so. Cray with Lil Ray Ray, we got volatility, make no mistake about it. So they literally propped this thing up, kind of leading into it, chat, and then got the party started to the downside. You know what's crazy here, guys? Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I mean, hey, there's the box. She gone. Got a couple quick trades on this thing. These were evals, guys. $3,600 past the eval here. Right. I passed 2 evals here on this drop. So, hey, I mean, hey, we'll take it. We will take it. This is that gap is gonna get filled here, chat. Hey, you know what's crazy? We literally, I mean, chat, if you didn't listen, and remember, chat, it's risky because you're trading, it's a news trade, right? Some props don't even let you trade it, but the reality is the box that we literally had drawn out from yesterday, we just hit. So, and it's the bottom of that box is 30,036. You know what's going to be funny, guys? When PW comes back, he's going to be pissed because he missed the volatility. You got to love it. So we literally gave you the game plan. Yeah, and then this is the second chat, the second account here, guys, up 32 hundo. So that's another pass eval. So why not? We literally talked you through it. We gave you the rundown, what you would be looking for here. A break below the bottom of the range. You're looking for more downside. And what do you know? Both boxes got hit, and they tried to fill that gap fill, guys. They almost filled the whole entire gap. Make no mistake about it. So, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. Come on, man. We got 2,700 plus people rocking out, guys. Do me a solid. Hit the like button. Got to get to 1,000 plus likes. I gave you the blueprint, guys. Pre-mark. And to be honest, you shouldn't really even care at this point what he says at 2:30 because I just gave you the rundown. I gave you the play, chat. You know, the question is, did you take it? Right? That's the question. Did you take? Did you have faith in DMONEY? That is the question, chat. Did you have faith in DMONEY? Because we you know, make no mistake about it, we gave you the rundown for the play. So, if you took the W, drop it in the chat. The funny thing is, guys, I hear PW coming back. Watch his reaction, guys. Watch his reaction. He's coming in right now, chat. He's coming in right now. So if you took the drop a W in the chat. We got a couple evals pass. $3,600 and $3,100. What a drop. Chat, here it is. There it is. We knew it was gonna happen, guys. PW's back, and we knew the gap. Make no mistake about it.
Did something just happen?
You already know.
Did they leak? Was that leaked or something?
No. That was a 2 o'clock. That was a 2 o'clock fun rate. They dropped it on the fun rate.
2 or 2:30?
That was the fun rate itself. 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So 2:30.
Yeah. So you see it, right? So look, the gap. Yeah. They almost filled the whole thing.
motherfuckers.
That's what they were waiting for.
Better keep it going lower, motherfuckers.
So you gotta love it, chat. Yeah, do me a solid. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I see a lot of W's in the chat. We gave you the play-by-play here. So if you didn't make money, unfortunately, you probably faded DMONEY, and that was not the play for this. So.
Don't fade DMONEY.
Oh man.
I had a guy today. He's like, "Oh, I'm fading you," and I was like, I was short.
Yeah.
I switched back to long. I was
Yeah.
like, "Go down, motherfucker! Fade me now." He's like, "Oh fuck." You know, like I tricked you.
Got him.
Like, what are you gonna do if I switch from long to short real quick? What are you gonna do then? You gonna do then, buddy?
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, chat. So right now you got Take Profit Trader, 40% off, no activation fee using the code PW. We got you covered, chat. So you probably want to take advantage of that as quick as possible because that does not happen quite often here, chat. So 40% off, no activation fee using the code PW. You know the vibes. Well, I mean, now we have at 2:30, you have the actual conference, the press conference, chat. I don't know, is that going to be more volatility? Maybe. But I mean, literally, if you map out the move that we just had, that was a 405-point drop, chat, off the highs. So very interesting that we had that push up. We took a 20-point winning trade for a long right before 2 o'clock. We saw the momentum kind of breaking out of that 40-point range to the upside. And then we were able to capitalize on the shorts because you had to break below 288. So would not be surprised, obviously, now you're getting a pullback, getting a reaction back out of that range to kind of fill that gap. So about 20 minutes before the press conference, and kind of interested to kind of see how that plays down. Obviously, the 1 hour chart is bearish. You got a nice bottom wick having a reaction. Right, so that is a strong reaction here, chat. Back up about 188 points. You got to be careful now, right? It's hard to kind of jump in now, and maybe there's some FOMO. This is the bottom of the range that we just broke out of. So if they push this thing right back inside of that range, that is definitely not good in the short term to kind of try to chase it. I would kind of wait for more weakness to kind of step back into the market. You would love as a bear to kind of see a rejection here, right? We just hung out in this range since basically 10:30, chat. So there should be no reason, if the momentum is going to continue down, for us to kind of get back inside of that range, right? But we've seen crazier things with NQ. Look at the wick on the 5 minute. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. It's cray with Lil Ray Ray. Daily candle right now is a massive indecision candle, chat, right? That's kind of telling you that that's a sign of a range in like choppy market when you get the long wicks top and bottom on the daily candle like that, and you got a small candle body, right? So that's a battle going on between the bulls and the bears. It's been a choppy day, range bound day. That kind of signifies that, right? See how you got that small body? Had a reaction right off the 14 on the daily chart, so. Roy, nah, you smart, bro, and that's telling me you don't ride the short bus to DMONEY show. So Roy, why are you here if that's the case? I mean, what are you saying, sir? Yeah. You got to be smart though, guys. The reality is that, like I literally said, right? If you made money this morning and you're trading at 2 o'clock or you're trading at 2:30, we know that there's going to be volatility. You got to be smart. I literally openly said that I was going to try to pass some evals. That's what I did, right? A couple evals passed on the volatility there. You got to be smart. What was that a compliment? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. Like, he hasn't said anything back. Who knows? Can we trade funded right now? Yeah, you got to check your prop. Some props restrict you from trading a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after. You need to kind of check your rules, chat. Yeah, you should be good now. I mean, it's 2:13. So typically, I think the longest restriction is probably the first, like 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after, right? I think the majority of you are probably good to go now. 2:13. D-Money, what a sniper shot you gave. Absolutely amazing. Hey, I definitely tried, chat. I don't have it all figured out, but make no mistake about it. When there's volatility in the market, that is kind of easier to kind of trade, right? Versus the range kind of market we were stuck in for some time. Is there any prop firm that allows the trade to be held for a few seconds? Your name is D-Money Fan 67. You gotta love these these user IDs. Oh man, yeah, you gotta check the rules. Check the rules. When's the next trade? Yeah, I think you got to be smart here. You got the conference coming up at 2:30, chat. The actual press conference. And that more than likely is going to provide some kind of volatility. Do we get continuation down? Maybe. To fill the entire gap? Maybe, because we got pretty close. D-Money, isn't it time for a promotional code? D-Money? No. So yeah, it's always the code PW, chat. We got you covered. Don't you worry. So it's always the code PW, chat. That is the code. It's going to get you the best deal, all the props that we work with here. So you can check all of them out, onlypropfirms.com, as we kind of wind up here. So I'm going to drop another poll because we dropped a poll for the rate, but now we got to drop a poll for the conference, guys. Do you think it'll be more volatility kind of stepping into the market? So curious to see how you guys think this is going to play out. More downside, or do we get a pop back up? All right, so there's your poll coming through, chat. You'll see that. Get your vote in here. Curious to see how you guys are feeling kind of going into this 2:30 time frame. You got three options as always. Got to give you some options around here, chat, right? We want to know how you guys are feeling. So the reality is right now, 47% of the chat feel like we're going to get more downside stepping into the market at 2:30. 26% feel like we're going to pump, and 26% of the chat, they're lost. So maybe they're new to the channel and they're trying to figure out this whole FOMC thing. So if you're new to the channel, well, what took you so long to get here? We rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. trying to make a little monies. But the reality is that clearly the market had a bearish reaction. Kind of feel like we were propping up. Kind of said that when I was with PW about an hour or so ago, that kind of felt like we were hanging on by a thread. And we could not kind of get out of that range. Once we broke it, that's when the downside would kind of step in, right? So the rate obviously stayed the same, chat, 3.75, right? So remained unchanged as we kind of talked through. So now you're just kind of waiting for him to come on, Warsh to come on and kind of give some outlook, I guess. So get your votes in as we wait for this to play out. Was down $2,000 per account. Now I'm up 100. Gotta love it. Hey, a win is a win. A win is a win. That's what I like to say. So who's been keeping up with the World Cup? We got a little bit of time here, chat. We got to talk about sports, right? So we got some time. So who's been keeping up with the World Cup? I saw Messi had like what do you have? 3 goals? It's crazy, man. Fever won last night, chat. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me, but the Fever won last night. That is correct, Amondo. I think Caitlin Clark had like 21 points and 14 assists, guys. I think she set a record for a half. I think she had like 9 assists or something in a half, and that was a record for the WNBA. Made no mistake about it. You know who's a baller? We got to pull this, so we got to talk about this for a second, guys. We haven't talked about this, but this rookie is a baller, chat, for Minnesota. Who has watched her play? Because she is, to be honest, she's kind of torching the league right now, guys, in all honesty. She's a baller. She's better than Bronny. Olivia Miles. Yeah, Olivia Miles. That's what I'm saying, chat. Olivia Miles. She's a baller, chat. She is fun to watch, I'm not going to lie. So, but yeah, the Fever won last night. I watched a little bit of that game. I had my daughter last night, so it's always a little hectic because she has that iPad blasting chat with the same YouTube kids videos, like on. So it's hard to you can't really focus. But I watched a little bit of that game last night. So she was gone off. D-Money, do you miss Powell? No. Why would I miss Powell? Rookie of the Year and MVP loading. Yeah, maybe. I think Rookie of the Year, yes. She's definitely by far the most exciting player to watch. You had Aja Wilson's been going off as well, chat. So it's cray-cray with Lil Ray Ray, right, in this Commissioner Cup. So basically the Commissioner Cup, guys, what happens is that the team that wins it, they get a lump sum of money. I know the Fever actually, if I'm not mistaken, they won that last year. So be interesting to kind of see how this plays out, right? You can kind of check on the stats. But what a crazy kind of, I'm not gonna lie, Miles, man. Minnesota is lucky with that. I mean, what a pickup. So I think she's gonna be a problem for years to come, chat. I mean, without a doubt. So just kind of giving you the breakdown on that. I haven't watched anything in regards to the World Cup, but we will get into that in a few, right? To kind of see how we're trending with the World Cup. Got to keep an eye on it. So many games, it's hard to keep an eye on that, chat, to be honest. Teams that win it never make it to the championship. Yeah, I know, because they didn't do much last year. So after that, but they did win the Commissioner's Cup. But to be honest, I mean, hey, at least they got a lump sum of money, but we'll see how it plays.
There's more to life than money, D-Money.
PW said there's more to life than money. When you write, you right. Ronaldo is not impressive this season. Yeah, but Messi was going off. Messi was going off, chat. So I saw that. I would love to go to one of his matches here, to be honest. Got to put that on the bucket list. Flush, Denny Flush. All right, let's see what we got going on. Get more movement here. Let's see. All right, so right now you're kind of watching the 14 EMA, because if the momentum is going to continue to the downside, you would expect a rejection here, chat, right off that 14 EMA. Right? Because you see how this keep in mind, this was the level that we just broke out of to the downside, chat, that 30,283. So if we start to kind of roll over from here and we're not able to get back above the previous 5-minute candles high, so 30,000, 340 area, then yeah, you're looking for more downside back towards 220 or lower, right? So far it's looking like a pretty clean rejection right back down off that 14 EMA. You obviously now have a bearish EMA cross. You had one candle that closed below the 1450 and 200. So that's kind of telling you that there's a lot of momentum in the market to the downside. Looking like more short opportunity here, to be honest, kind of creeping in. Nah, they didn't. They didn't.
Say that?
Nah.
I literally, before I left, I was like,
normally they say it though. They're like, normally they'll be like, PW called it. That's what they'll say.
I called it.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally saw my chart. I've been talking about that all morning. I'm like, this fucking cat. You're gonna tell me this ain't gonna get filled.
Pretty clean rejection here, chat. Yeah, the bears step back in with aggression right at the 14. Needs to get back below that previous candle's low, 252 area. I think you break that, you're headed back towards lower 200s. Needed to close though, right? You don't want to yoke act. You don't want any yoke action here. So you got about a minute and 16 seconds left on the current candle. 5-minute chart. Two-year treasury yield rockets higher. Okay. Thanks, D-Money was down 60, made 80. Yeah, you did all the work. I don't hit buy or sell for you, so.
80,000?
No, I think he was saying 60. $60 to 80. Yeah, I mean, Bears are present here, chat. That's for sure. 26 seconds left on the current candle. Pretty strong kind of statement, in my opinion, from the Bears. Kind of wanting this thing back lower below 200, in my opinion. That's what it's kind of shaping up to be. That's what it's looking like here, chat. That we're gonna kind of flush back into this level and kind of re-challenge below 200. So now you would probably want some kind of retracement back up, form some kind of top wick on the current 5-minute candle, and then expand, kind of drift back to the downside, right? Because you don't want to get yoked on the retracement back up, but they might just flush it now. You might not get that deep retracement. No top wick, basically a non-existent wick on the 5-minute candle. So it's 225. The 30-minute candle is getting ready to close out here, chat, in about 4 minutes and 24 seconds. You see that bottom wick on it? So you are a little cautious of that a lot of times you do get that kind of knee-jerk reaction back the opposite direction, kind of going into that candle closure, and then you get the continuation. So I'm always trying to kind of have a mental of the closest higher time frame candle that's getting ready to close out. So in this case, it happens to be the 30-minute candle. So you are kind of, you want it to basically close out maybe with a bottom wick here. The next one pushes up and then maybe pushes down. See how the 5-minute chart's kind of showing you that now? See how you got that bottom wick? You didn't get a clean like top wick on the current 5-minute candle. Is very small, so that kind of tells you that there wasn't a deep retracement. You would love like a deep retracement before going lower to avoid getting chopped. I'm thinking a higher low, maybe setting up. Well, I mean, anything's possible. I'm never going to say that is not possible, chat. Anything's possible in the market, right? But you're just trying to join the momentum in the direction right now. Clearly there is bearish momentum based off of the news that, or the rate staying the same, right? The market reacted in a bearish manner. So if you're trying to join that price action, then you're looking for shorts, right? That's just what it is for now. Doesn't mean it can't change, right? 230, all of a sudden, Warsh comes out and says something that the market loves, or whatever the case may be, and we get a crazy pop. I mean, maybe that's the play. I don't know. But as you can see right now, we are selling back off to the downside. And let me kind of measure this real quick. There's room here. There's a lot of room here, chat. Yeah, I mean, it's 100 points. You got 100 points even to the previous low down there, right, with that wick. So there is a lot of room to kind of, they really want to kind of flush McGush this thing to the downside here, guys. I just wanted a deeper retracement. Sometimes you don't get it, right? You don't get that deep retracement. You get a shallow retracement and you get continuation. But I'm going to wait either way. I'll wait for that 30-minute candle to close out. Somebody said make stocks cheap again. Hey. About a minute, 35 seconds here. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. We got 2,700 people rocking out. I appreciate the support. I don't take it for granted, guys. Got to keep the streak alive with 1,000+ likes for the afternoon show. So let's see where we're at. We're at 600 likes, guys. So we got some work to do here. Do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. 30-minute candle. Somebody's saying check. Yeah, but that's what I was just saying, right? That the 30-minute candles this is the 30-minute chart. This is the 30-minute chart. So see how you got that wick, and then you would probably think that the next candle pushes up and forms some kind of top wick and then goes lower, right? That would be the thought process, but we gotta wait and find out. I would love to see a drop of 10% over the next week or so. Okay. See if it happens. All right, so new 30-minute candle. See how that candle kind of tapped that level, guys, and push right back up. Like that's what I'm saying, right? Trappy, just enough to kind of trap you into getting short there, and then all of a sudden they push it back up to like 300 level. Let's see if that happens or if they get continuation down. I want to keep an eye on the 30-minute chart. See how you got a lot of room, like, to kind of retest. That's a little sketchy, guys, in my opinion, right? Look at the closure on the 15-minute candle, long wick, top and the bottom. A lot of times they dig into the bottom wick and then they expand higher. He's talking now. Yeah. Yep. And I think you get a push up here, guys. I think we dig into this top wick at like 333 or so. To be honest, I think they're gonna push this thing up, but we'll see. I mean, that's a long wick, guys. A lot of times those wicks like to get tested here. Quick trade. See if I can get a pop here. Yep, there's over 20 points. 25 points. I think we take that off, guys. I apologize. I apologize, guys. I was on the chat screen, not the trade screen. So that was a quick long. I apologize for not flip. I thought I flipped over and I literally flipped to the wrong screen. So, but yeah, I was targeting this top wick, and if you held it, you got more upside there. So you still got paid 312. So my apologies on that, but that was a nice long. Just saw that long wick. And if you took that trade, you got paid because it actually pushed up to 322. So I apologize for that. I thought I flipped over and I flipped to the chat screen. So like passed 4 evals after blowing 8. Wow. All right, now you got a rejection back down. So now is it time for the real move, because the 30-minute candle, this is stay safe time here, chat. There is some cray volatility creeping in here. We got it, bro. W, yeah. Yeah, stay safe here, chat. I think it's time to be smart. We got 2,600 people rocking out here. Let me see if I can. Hold on one second here, guys. We'll switch to this for a minute or so and then switch back here, chat. Hold on one second.
Improve the conduct of monetary policy. On that score, you might have already noticed something, a difference in today's policy statement. It's a bit shorter, a bit simpler, and it dispenses with some older language. That statement just gives you the facts as best we can judge it. Absent also is so-called forward guidance, which we agreed was not well suited to the current policy conjuncture. This afternoon, you also received the usual summary of economic projections. It's been the practice of this committee for participants to submit these projections, and I have encouraged my colleagues to continue to do so. I, however, have refrained from offering any projections of my own consistent with my long-held views on the SEP, at least as currently structured. In the median projections, real GDP rises at 2.2% this year, 2.3% next year, and total PC inflation runs at 3.6% this year, 2.3% next year. The unemployment rate stands at about 4.3%. The median participant judges that the appropriate federal funds rate to be at 3.8% at the end of this year and 3.6% at the end of next. Let me turn now to a few words on a key initiative that we're announcing today. I'm appointing a task force in each of 5 areas that are central to the broad conduct of monetary policy. First, Fed communications. Second, the Fed's balance sheet. Third, our use and reliance on existing data sources.
The Fed rate.
Fourth, productivity and jobs in an era of transformation. And last, the Fed's inflation frameworks. These subjects are timely, consequential, and in my view, worthy of a fresh look. My colleagues and I discussed them with energy and purpose over the last couple of days. For each of these independent task forces, I'm enlisting some of the very best minds, both inside and outside the economics profession. They will be supported by subject matter specialists from our superb Fed staff. And they'll have a straightforward charge. Start with first principles. Ask hard questions. Examine current practice. Consider alternatives. And ultimately, propose next steps for policymaker consideration. Since last summer, my colleagues discussed possible improvements in the form and function of Fed communications. This new task force will build on that effort, and I expect propose some well-considered changes, including to the SEP I mentioned a few moments ago. The second task force, the one on balance sheet policy, will review the benefits and risks of the current ample reserves regime and the composition of the Fed's balance sheet. They will assess alternative frameworks for the conduct and operation of monetary policy. The third task force, the one on data, will evaluate new information sources and consider methodological changes to improve data gathering, with the aim of giving policymakers more accurate, relevant, contemporaneous, and perhaps most important, actionable information on the state of our economy. Fourth, the task force on productivity and jobs. It'll survey the pace, the reach, the economic impact of new general purpose technologies, including AI, and explore the implications for the Fed in pursuit of our employment and inflation mandates. The last task force, the one on inflation frameworks, that'll examine the drivers of inflation, first principles.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Range of ideas for delivering price stability in a changing economy. You'll hear quite a bit more about these task forces and this overall initiative in the coming weeks. Enough for now to make a simple statement. Each task force will serve an objective shared by everyone in the system, shared by everyone around that table that I sat with over the last couple of days. A Federal Reserve that is clear-eyed about its mission, fit for purpose, and focused on the future. And with that, I appreciate your attention. I'm happy to take your questions.
Howard Schneider. Hi, Chairman Howard Schneider with Reuters. Good to see you again, and welcome back. This is a lot to be putting in motion so fast. What is the timeline you have in mind for each of these?
So I think it'll depend on the task force. It also depends on the urgency in which we need clear answers. My expectation, I'm still in the business of recruiting and finalizing them. My expectation is the task forces will begin work in the next couple of weeks, and we'll start to get some more information from them, some more framing of how they see things starting in the fall, and hopefully most, if not all of them, concluding by year end.
And just specifically on the inflation framework, you talk about first principles. Does this include a review of the 2% target
in
itself?
the pop here,
You
chat.
mentioned that things to the right of the decimal point don't matter. Should this be starting from a premise that 2% as a point estimate is too strict?
Let me break that into two pieces. First, on the inflation framework review, their remit is, what are the drivers of inflation? What's the Fed's responsibility for inflation? In part, how do we measure inflation? But that'll overlap with my data group. On the 2% inflation objective, that is the Federal Reserve's long-held objective of 2%. You've heard me say before, I tend to focus on the left of the decimal point. Well, the 2 is the left of the decimal point. For now, 0 is to the right. I see no reason until we have reestablished our commitment and ability to deliver on the 2% inflation objective to revisit that. So that'll be outside the scope of what we're taking on.
Thank you so much. Colby Smith with the New York Times. You've in the past said that inflation is a choice, and in the policy statement, it includes this pledge to deliver price stability, as you've reiterated today. But looking at the SEP, the bulk of your colleagues expect core PCE to run around 3.3% by year end, and for the 2% inflation target not to be reached until 2028. So I'm curious how patient you think the Fed can afford to be at this juncture in terms of waiting for one-time inflation waves to wash through and for underlying inflation to step down after so many years of inflation running above target, and under what circumstances you would support the Fed taking some action and raising rates.
Sure. So quite a bit there. Let me try to break that into pieces. First, we have the capability and commitment to deliver on our price stability objective of 2%. That's exactly what we're going to do. In the Fed's review of its strategy over the last any number of years, in January, the Fed, including the strategy that we're still bound by, the Fed statement says that inflation is primarily determined by monetary policy. You bet it is. I've said for years inflation is a choice. You bet it is. And today I'm announcing that this committee unambiguously and unanimously have decided we are going to deliver on that. The rest of your questions sounded like an encouragement for me to give forward guidance. We've dropped forward guidance. Some along the committee, I think, dropped it, I suspect, from our discussion the last couple of days, because they said at this moment in time, it doesn't feel as though providing forward guidance is right. Others have, I'd say, different views and think as a general proposition, forward guidance isn't the business we should be in. But that'll be taken up by the Task Force on Communications and my policymaker colleagues. We're going to listen hard to what the experts say and make our own decision. But I can't give any forward guidance about what we're going to do next. The good news is we'll be meeting in 6 weeks.
So just following up, I guess, on the current policy settings, then, I am curious how restrictive you think things are at the current moment, given the flow of data that we've seen and,
Drop forward guidance, so no hints at hikes.
Pipeline.
Yep, that's it. I agree.
I've heard characterizations both inside and the Fed about that. I'll give you my own. It's uneven. If I look at the housing markets as one example, Fed policy isn't the single determinant of the state of the housing market. But broadly, I would say Fed policy appears to be somewhat restrictive.
All right. I'm gonna flip from this now, guys, because he literally just said that there's no forward guidance.
So I'd say it's
you guys
uneven. That's perhaps a function of different
can let me know whenever it's
mechanisms
done, because I think that's what we were all kind of listening for, was the forward guidance part. So, and he literally said that no foreign guidance, right? So we will convene here. Look at the bazooka, chat. 15-minute chart. She gone. $30,500 again. The funny thing is here, guys, we are breaking out of the top of the range. So she gone. You guys let me know when it's over, right? Because somebody's saying he's wearing a wig. Oh boy, yeah. So we broke out to the upside. So yeah, crazy. I mean, you got to say this, chat, that we've had quite the volatility here. We broke to the downside, swiped the bottom of that range, almost filled the gap, and then pushed right back up towards the above the top of the range. So I passed 550K Apex evals on that pump. All is not lost today, LOL. Yeah. I mean, I got about $100 left to pass another eval here, guys. That'll be eval number 3. So you gotta love it. Let me know whenever he gets off. But the reality is, he literally just said that he's not going to give any kind of forward guidance. So I think that's what a lot of people were kind of waiting for, chat, right, to see if he said that or not. So. D-Money, you deserve a volatile day. You were getting a chop afternoon for a minute. Oh, yeah. Fun John. It was crazy. I mean, yesterday we had a pretty good day, though, chat, right? We had, I think we went 8 out of 10 trades. Had 8 winners, 2 losers. Yesterday, the day before that was a chop fest. Crazy, right? 4 hours of a 60-point range. So. C-Note Digital. What up, D-Money? Hey, what up? How are you? You were still performing, but they were making you work for them points, LOL. Oh yeah, you know how that is. It's always gonna be eventful, chat. So, but I mean, what a pretty drastic pop on that 5-minute candle. Sorry, 15-minute candle. 310 points right back up. So let me kind of map this out real quick here, guys. All right, so this is you've had both directions basically get taken, chat. You've had the downside of the range get taken and the upside, right, above it. So very interesting kind of price action. We'll see how this plays out now. When he gets off as well, I think that'll be, you know, and ironically enough, guys, that's going to set us up for power hour. So that's the funny part about it. That's going to literally lead us right into power hour. So we could be getting some fireworks for power hour, chat. And you already know the vibes. That was the funny thing is 46% of the chat felt like we were gonna dump during the conference, and 32% felt like we were gonna pump. So the bulls took the cake there. So now we got one last poll to kind of rock out with here, chat. You guys will see that coming through right now for power hour because we're getting close. So curious to see how you guys feel, right? Do we get a continuation of the upside move, or do we sell off after Warsh gets off? Is this guy a trader or a commentator? Fum Trader. Yeah, let's check your channel activity. Yeah, you're one of those, huh? You're one of those from somebody else's stream coming in. So go figure. You're one of those, fun trader, right? From somebody else's stream. So we're gonna do you a favor, fun trader. You can go back to wherever you came from and lose money, and then come back under another user ID. You gone. You gotta love it. You always love it, chat, right? Like, you know what I'll start doing now? I check the channel activity, and I see like he hasn't had a single comment at all on the stream. This is his first comment, so he's clearly coming from somebody else's stream trying to be a hater. So no need for him to be here. It's crazy, guys, right? It's like, what do you like? We're literally your FOMC time. Like, where were you when we had the 20 point pop right before the statement came out? Where were you when we broke to the bottom of the range and you had an opportunity to get short and the market dropped 215 points, right? Where were you? So that's the funny part. It's always ironic, chat. Yo, I've been in the stream for the start, but I don't comment. No, that's not what it is though. He literally, like, a lot of times, guys, we have people coming from other streams. They want to hate, and you know, like I said, he can come back under another user ID. Yeah, it's not about rarely comment, guys. That's not what it is. Trust me. You know, there's plenty of people out there that don't comment, and they've been rocking out with us here at the BDH. That's not what it is, guys. That's clearly, you know, you're coming in and saying something like that. You are just trying to kind of stir stuff up. That's all it is, guys. Right, so right now we're back inside the range. Do we sell back off here, or do we kind of get momentum kind of flowing back to the upside? That's the question, right? Funny thing is, this is the same range that we were in since 10 o'clock, 10:20 or whatever time it was. So I think we got to be patient here, chat. Let's see how this plays, right? If we get back above the box, then I think top of the box, then I think we are targeting towards 30,600 or higher, right? I mean, that's the next logical area. We just got to 500. If we lose the bottom of the box, then obviously we know the range down to the bottom. So I think you got to be smart here. Kind of interesting that we ended up right back inside of the range that we were in. Probably that probably stays until he kind of wraps up, in my opinion. D-Money, what a package would you advise for a beginner with prop firms but trading individual stocks successfully for a couple years? Yeah, I mean, what I would tell you is that, I mean, Take Profit Trader, you see that one on the screen right now. They're really good, chat, right? So Take Profit Trader is really good. I love Lucid accounts. You can get Lucid Flex accounts right now using the code PW, typically for about 90 bucks. And, you know, I love the Lucid Flex because there's no daily loss limit. And it's end of day draw, right? It's end of day drawdown, not trailing drawdown. So that would probably be one of the account I would recommend would be probably a Lucid Flex account. Just kind of watching this 5-minute candle, guys. Can we get back above it? So if you want to kind of compare the prop firms that we work with, onlypropfirms.com will allow you to compare all the top props that we work with here at the BDH. But PW is the code that's always going to get you the best deal. So if you want, let me kind of show you this real quick because I kind of feel like feel bad for you because you're like kind of bringing it up, right? So this is so when I say Lucid account, right? So these are lucidtrading.com. And you're gonna have to make a decision on what accounts you want to trade, right? But I like the Lucid Flex account, right? So it's $98 right now using the code PW. Basically, $3,000 is the profit target. It's a $2,000 max loss limit, 50% consistency rule. So once you're funded, it's gonna take you 2 days to get it funded. Once you're funded, though, there is no consistency rule, and you're able to pass. You're able to take payouts basically at $1,000, right? Because you got to have minimum payout of $500. So if you make 1,000, you're able to take out 500. So I would recommend. I mean, Lucid's really good. Tradeify is really good. Take Profit Trader is really good. Just wanted to kind of steer you in the right direction. That was all. Do you recommend doing 5-account bundles? Yeah. So, I mean, I'll tell you right now, chat. I know people, like, they can say what they want. Everybody has an opinion, but I mean, financially right now, you can't say that, right? I mean, Apex right now, you got a 5-pack bundle, trailing drawdown accounts. It's literally $95. So that works out to be $19 per account. Keep in mind that, yes, that is trailing drawdown accounts, but once you hit $2,100 in that account, the trailing drawdown cuts off anyway. So I just took a payout in a trailing drawdown account. I got another account at almost $2,800. So that one's almost ready for payout as well. Right? So they're 90% off. So 5-pack right now, $95 using the code PW. So, I mean, you got options. The 5-pack is, you're going to save a little bit more money doing it that way. So it definitely makes sense. So is he still speaking, chat? It's 2:55. You got a minute or so for Power Hour poll, and I'm going to finalize it. Shout out to Tim. He said he bought a bundle. Say it's a good deal. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's people can say what they want, chat. I get it. You know, maybe you weren't happy with your experience or something in the past with a specific prop. I get that. But you know, the reality is that it's you know, there's no denied payouts. There's no, all that stuff is gone, guys. There's no MAE rule. There's no video needed with Apex anymore. There's no 5-to-1. Like, none of that stuff is there anymore. So, but like I said, you make your decision. The good thing is there's a ton of options out there, right? Onlypropfirms.com breaks down all the props that we work with, and PW is always going to get you, code PW is always going to get you the best deal. Rejection right here, guys, off the top of the range again. So are we headed back to 276? Looks bearish. Looks like there is some bearish momentum kind of building here, chat. For a short opportunity to the bottom of the box, chat. Got to be quick on the trade like this, though, right? So can we get a flush to 288 here, guys? Already up like 10 points. Or are they going to yoke it back? All right, there's 15 points. There's 20 points, chat. I think I'll take that off. Quick trade. Quick short, 20-point trade there. And I think we're headed to the bottom of the box, chat. 30,286. And if you held it, you got more because we just dropped lower. There's 30,310. So kind of rode the momentum, right? There it is. There's 303. Come on, guys. Drop a W in the chat if you took that short. You got paid because we just hit the bottom of the box. I know you got paid because it's still dropping. So you gotta love it. Come on, man. Come on, man. So that's another eval pass, guys. There's 3 evals passed. Working on another one here. Just made about 20 points on that one. Hey, I mean, hey. We are just we are rolling here. And make no mistake about it. So if you're fading the money when there's momentum in the market, it might not be a great idea, guys. That's all it is, right? So as you can see, the box, we just hit the bottom of the box, chat. The thought process was that they're going to attempt to get back to the bottom of the box. Well, we have dropped a lot lower. There's 30,256, guys. So pretty clean rejection there. Oh man, you gotta love it. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. Should be at, you can't tell me that we shouldn't be at 1,000 likes, chat. Right now we're sitting at 773 likes. Something is wrong, chat. No, you cannot pass Lucid accounts, Flex accounts in one trade. No, you need 2 days. So basically, there's a 50% consistency rule in the evaluation phase on the Flex accounts. So if you're doing a 50K account, you got to make 3,000 as an example. You can make 1,500 in 1 day, and then you can make 1,500 the next day and get it passed. But if you're trying to do 1 day pass, you need to do the pro account because it's a 1 day pass on a pro account. However, the pro account does have a daily loss limit, right? The Flex does not. So just kind of keep that in mind. Well, chat, I mean, hey, you can't tell me we should be at 1,000 likes because we have put on a clinic here with these trades. It's hard to, and somebody's gonna say it, chat. We know somebody's gonna say it, right? Because once you get the W's flowing, somebody puts in the chat that they took an L, right? I had a guy yesterday. I think we went 8 out of 10 trades yesterday. Literally batted 80%, and somebody said that they blew 6 accounts, guys. That is very hard for D-Money to understand, right? Because to be honest, I don't know what you're doing, but the reality is that I'm literally talking you through what I'm looking at on the charts, and if you are even if you're listening to the commentary, you literally, I don't see how you didn't. I just don't get it. But right now, we're sitting at 871 likes, guys. Do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We got 2,400 people in the chat. They're watching the show. There should be no reason why we're not over 1,000 likes, chat. So do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. trying to make a little monies. You already know. Trying to get to 1,500 likes, guys. We've had, I think we had 1,500 likes yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. We've had that for a couple days back to back. Should be no reason. We've had multiple good trades here, so. I blew 10 today during the earlier show with the 200.1 minute candle, but up nice this afternoon on new evals. Yeah. NQ, so shout out to, we got to shout him out, chat. Shout out to NQ_BBL. So he probably thought I forgot about it, but I did not. So looked like he blew 10 accounts, he said earlier, but he has now had some pretty nice trades. So shout out to NQ_BBL, guys. That's the name that we gave him, right? We gave him the BBL name because he tried to take a poke at D-Money. So that is his new user ID. So when you guys see him in the chat, NQ_BSBL, that's actually NQ_BBL, guys. So let's shout him out. You gotta love it. Somebody dropped the pear emoji, the peach emoji in the chat for NQBBL, guys. Somebody dropped the peach emoji in there for him. So why not? Let's get the party started. D-Money shot me out. You gave me an $8,000 day. Wow. Capricorn, Army 5114. Yeah, you did all the work though. Congrats. I'm happy for you. You gotta love it. Right back inside of that range. That's the funny thing though, chat. JC Trades, what up? What up? Come on, man. I'm listening to D-Money's commentary between patience and I'm banking. Nice. Nice. So right now, you kind of look at what's happening now, chat, right? You're kind of trying to figure out, are we gonna drift lower? Because you just had a pretty significant size bearish candle that just printed on the 5-minute chart. So, I mean, that's literally a 200-point candle. So you had to push right back up on the current 5-minute candle, about 92 points. And then now you're looking to see if weakness kind of steps back into the market here, chat. And takes us back below that previous candle's low. 30,226. That would be the question, right? I think on everybody's mind. Do we kind of drift lower now? Now the pump back, maybe. You never know. I mean, this is a new 1 hour candle, chat. You got to be cautious that this is a new 1 hour candle. Look at the bottom wick on the previous 1 hour candle. We have already started digging into the body of the previous candle. So if you rock out with DMONEY, you know the thought process is that if we're going to continue lower, you want some kind of push back up, some kind of retracement back up, chat, into the previous candle's body or wick, and then you get the continuation to the downside, right? So if you notice, this candle's only been open less than 5 minutes and it already kind of pushed right back up, and now you're starting to get a sell-off back down, right? So kind of looking like the bears are trying to be aggressive here. We'll see if they start kind of getting back below the current candle's low on the 5-minute chart, right? That's what I would be kind of watching for, chat. Do we get back below 30,000, like 250? Because if that's the case, then maybe we get more kind of downside creeping in pretty quickly here. So just be mindful of that. How did you learn how to trade the range markets? Blowing accounts. I'm just being honest, blowing accounts and realizing that you got to figure out how to trade it, right? But I mean, yes, this is a range market, but there's also momentum here, guys, right? It is ranging, but it's giving you momentum, and you're trying to join the momentum. So, but honestly, it's from blowing accounts. That's how you're going to learn in trading, chat. You don't really learn a lot from, I mean, yeah, you're going to learn from winning trades and all that, but you learn, I think, more from losing if you're willing to learn from losing, chat, right? Because to be honest, you're going to lose probably initially more often than not, chat, right? You're going to lose accounts. So can you learn from it, though? What are you doing wrong? Are you sizing too big? Are you not waiting for retracements to enter, as an example? Are you not trading in the direction of the momentum, as an example, right? All that stuff kind of comes into play. So it takes time. You got to go through the fire, right? You got to go through the fire, chat. That's just what it is. But I'm being honest when I tell you that. Maybe some people won't tell you that, but I'm telling you the truth. That's the question, chat. So is the meeting over? We're officially in power hour, and I gotta drop that poll here so you guys can see the results. I mean, obviously we just had another trade, but still, you guys will see the results coming through here, chat. So looks like 60% of the chat felt like we're gonna pop and pump here in power hour, and then 40% feel like we're gonna dump. That's a pretty good sample size, 566 votes. So what indicators do you normally use, and what are the settings on them? Yeah, the only thing I have on my chart right now is the 1450 and 200 EMA, chat. That's all I use. So other than that, I'm using momentum, because price action is your best indicator, because it's real time. Every indicator that you add to your chart is literally delayed, right? There's a delay, there's lag time. So 1450 and 200 EMA, I'm gonna drop that in the chat. D, when you were at Walmart, did you trade from your phone? Yeah, I literally took trades on TradingView when I was at work. I didn't copy trade. So that is correct, Namundo. Is tomorrow a trading day? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, so it is a trading day tomorrow. That is correct. I think you're talking about Juneteenth, right? That's on Friday. That's probably abbreviated hours, more than likely, chat, on Friday. I mean, we've had multiple setups here, chat, right? So, you know, we had the long here for over 20 points. You had to break out to the downside. We haven't had a losing trade here, right? So literally you had to break out 200 points down. You had another short that we just literally took here. to the downside. And now you're being patient to kind of see how this plays, right? So you've had multiple opportunities here, no losing trades. You've had, right? So now we're kind of, it's so funny though that if you kind of look at it, look to the left, 10:30, we're right back inside of that box again. It's like, go figure, right? So I'm interested to see how the market opens tonight at Globex Open, chat, right? Because a lot of times after the Fed meeting, that's when you get like, you'll get a gap up or a gap down. So I'm interested to kind of see how that plays out this afternoon, or sorry, tonight. It's evening, I should say. But you got Denny tonight. Don't you worry, he had you covered for Globex Open. That is right, 6 o'clock. Denny will be rocking out, make no mistake about it. How long have you been trading? 10 years. So 10 years. DMONEY, can we get an Airbnb? We can have a pool party. Yeah. That's not happening. So, but we can definitely give you a pool party and timeout. So we got a 1 minute timeout. There it is. Enjoy the timeout. Come on back in about 60 seconds. Thinking differently about life. All right, chat. So what do we got here? You got another rejection off of the 14 EMA. So, you know, do we kind of sell off here again? Back to the downside. You're always kind of cautious of these kind of candles that close out though, right? So, but it's looking like there's another rejection kind of creeping into the market. Like they want to take price lower. Kind of rejecting off of that EMA, chat. Let's see, 15-minute candle. You got a long top wick. You got about 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on that candle. So there's still some time. The bulls did make an attempt to kind of dig into that previous candle's body up here, right? They were able to get it up to 30,356.25. So you're kind of wondering, you know, is that it? And the bulls have ran out of steam and you get the continuation down based off of that rejection on the 15-minute candle. We'll see. You always got to be a little cautious with these closes though, with these wicks that we have not dug into. That's the only thing I don't like, chat, is that we have not dug into that top wick at all, right? You got to be a little suspect when you see that, because a lot of times they'll knee jerk it right back up and kind of dig into that top wick. But right now, I mean, they're trying to flush. I think this current 15-minute candle will be telling the closure of it, chat. And there it is, starting to kind of drop now. So all right, so yeah, the bears are pretty aggressive here, chat, to the downside here. I think she looking like it wants to test these lows below 160 possibly if the continuation continues down. Basically back inside of the box that we broke out of earlier. Kind of like a delayed, feels like a delayed kind of drop to kind of fill that gap, possibly. But probably smart. Let the 15-minute candle close, and we'll kind of see how it plays. See that reaction? That's what I was. So you're kind of looking at, see that. Let me go to this. Yeah, you're always cautious when those top wicks have not been dug into, chat. Like you're gonna start seeing that a lot. Like they love to kind of dig into those top wicks before the real move. So, and then all of a sudden we pop above the 14 EMA. Kind of like that. Right back up. funny how that works, chat, when you talk about stuff and it happens, right? You can see it in real time. It's kind of funny how that works, right? So, but what do I know, guys? Yeah, so looking like all right, he's done speaking now. Okay, all right, so that's what the okay, so that's the reaction, right? Yeah, so you got to be cautious when you see those candles, guys. Put that in your memory bank, right? Those long wicks, they love to kind of dig into those wicks, those top wicks up here. Got about 50 seconds left on the current candle. I'm gonna let this candle kind of close out. The 15-minute candle now is bullish. Go figure. And you got about 40 seconds left on that candle. That candle was disastrous for me. Yeah, I literally kind of talked you through it, right? I mean, I don't know what else to, you know, unfortunately. I mean, I had to learn that, guys. I had to learn that the hard way.
What up, motherfuckers?
All right, so that 15-minute candle just closed out. It closed bullish, chat. Right back inside of the range. That's actually a bullish engulfing candle, believe it or not, on a 5-minute chart. So he just finished up right now. He literally just wrapped up.
It pumped all the way back.
All the way back. It broke the top of the range.
So that was right when he started talking.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they swiped the bottom of the range. They broke the top of the range. And then now we're back inside of it. All right, if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We're rocking out here. We've had multiple trade setups. Saw a lot of W's in the chat. Got to get the party started with the likes. So right now we're sitting at 966 likes, chat. We got 2,400 plus people rocking out. I appreciate the support. Don't take it for granted, but we got to get these likes flowing. So we had a good day today. We beat Denny down in basketball. I've literally talked you through multiple setups here that we've taken in the midst of this volatility. Make no mistake about it. All right, so we're forming a bottom wick. So the question is, that was a bullish engulfing candle. Was that a fake out, chat? And we're gonna kind of flush back below 282. If we lose 282, then I would say look out to the downside back towards 180. So we are kind of, I am watching that because, you know, we've pretty much respected that 50 EMA, right? We couldn't get back above it. So I am watching now. So who's gonna win this battle, right? Is this gonna be a bottom wick being put in and then we expand back higher to the upside, or do we kind of flush lower now since that speech is over, the conference is over, and we'll probably get some continuation in either direction, right? We're looking for a one directional move here. So let's see how this plays out. Back below the box, 30,278. There's a lot of room though here. There's almost 80 points lower, chat, to the bottom wick of the previous 5-minute candle. So you got to be cautious of the range of that previous 5-minute candle with that bottom wick. So we'll see. See how we're kind of barcoding, but there's a large range for the barcoding. Right, so you got to be cautious of that. A lot of range here, a lot of volatility, back and forth price action. If that candle closes above the EMA, doesn't close sizably above the EMA, I pretty much disregard it. Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, you got some time left. About 2 minutes left on the current 5-minute candle. So far, rejection, pretty clean rejection off of that 14 EMA. Looks like bulls are losing control. I mean, if you want to know kind of like what we're dealing with here, look at the 1-hour chart. See how the 1-hour chart has that long top wick kind of rejected the EMA on the 1 hour chart, 14 EMA, and then now we're trying to push down. You got the 200 EMA sitting at 30,181, so that would be kind of like a level that you could get a reaction from. But bears do look strong here, chat.
Dump it.
PW said dump it.
Dump it.
Yeah, it looks kind of setting up here for a short opportunity if the momentum kind of continues, right? You got 56. You don't want any wonky wonk action here, chat. Just be mindful of that previous candle's bottom wick. So I need to practice my ping pong. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're not wrong about that, but about 15 seconds left. All right, nice rejection though off the EMA. You do like that if you're a bear. You like the bearish reaction off of the EMA. It kind of tells you that the bears are willing to at least attempt to take price lower. We need to lose that previous candle's low, and I think we get a lot more downside here, chat. All right, I'm going to try a quick short here. See if we get follow through to the downside. Wow, already 5 points. Can we get a drop here below 178, guys, or are they going to yoke this thing on me? We'll see. They might push it back. All right, there you go. All right, there is 15 points, guys. Can we get a little bit more? There's 20 points. Hey,
There it
in the
is.
words of PW, there it is. There it is. Right at 25 points. You gotta love it. So hey, drop a W in the chat if you took the short, because you definitely got paid. If you faded DMONEY, you got slayed. So you gotta love it. And I think there's more downside here, chat. I mean, you gotta feel like there's more downside pouring in because that gap has not been filled all the way. They made an attempt to fill that gap at 205, but you gotta kind of think now that they're gonna make an honest attempt to fill that gap. So, but we shall see how that plays. But either way, nice trade. We are rocking and rolling here. All right, I'm new here. I have to understand when you enter, bro. Oh man. Well, I mean, I literally talked you through, and if you held it, you got even more points because we're sitting at 30,120. So I literally said that I'm getting short. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Short.
I literally said I'm short.
What are you talking about, Benny?
It's like crazy, chat. People like we're not a signal service. We're not gonna come out and tell you hit buy or hit sell, chat.
Short or long?
We're not financial advisors. So Jerome was a financial advisor apparently at one point, but he did not pay his child support, chat, so that his license got revoked. So that's all I can tell you. So you got to do some homework. You got to do some work on your end. I'm literally breaking down the chart. I talked you through that setup, what I was looking for. And when I saw the momentum kind of playing out, it got short. And I saw a lot of W's in the chat, so people took it. So I don't know what else you want me to do. Can you give us 1 business day notice before trades? Yeah, apparently. That's what's needed around here. That's what's needed. So we're rocking and rolling here, guys. We got to get the likes rolling, though. Come on, man. We've had multiple upon multiple good setups here, chat. Do me a solid. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We're sitting at 1,000 likes. We got to get the party to, we got to get to 1,500 likes. We've had that all week for the afternoon show, chat. So we got some work to do here. We got 2,500 people rocking out here. And it has been quite the eventful afternoon. We beat Denny if you missed it. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of video footage. I saw him trying to delete it from, I think, Ginger's phone, but we will try to recover that, chat. And make no mistake about it, I will be putting that on my X page. So Denny doesn't forget what happened today. Oh, man. So the bottom of the box. So people want to know, yeah, the bottom of the box is basically 30,033. If you look at the higher time frame, you look at the 4-hour chart, the previous, so that gap, the high of that candle before the gap up 30,025, guys. That would basically complete the fill. Hey, D-Money, I want to thank you and PW. I'm finally starting to use Sweet and the charts. What? I have a long way to go, but you guys are the greatest. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. Poquito comprende, but I appreciate the kind words. Just stopping by to drop a like and say hi to my boys. Hey, Brad, 323, what up? What up, what up, what up? You gotta love it, chat. Hey, this is what you want. You want volatility, right? It's frustrating when you're ranging. Yeah, when you're, yeah, you're right. So it's frustrating when you're on the wrong side of it. And it's frustrating when you have to wait for the volatility to kind of step into the market, right? We knew something was coming, chat. We kind of sniffed out that FOMC would be potentially the, I guess, mover, right, to kind of get us out of this range. We talked when I first got on stream that we were hanging out since basically like 10:30 in about a 200-point range. So if you missed that, we kind of talked through us being stuck in a 40-point range. And when we broke out of that to the upside, we took a long, right? We were able to caught about 20 plus points on that trade. So sometimes you have to be patient, chat, and sit on your hands until there's something clear in the market for you to kind of capitalize on, especially if you're a momentum trader, right? If you're a momentum trader, you don't care. We really don't care what they do with rates. We simply want to capitalize on the move either direction, right? If it's one directional. And when we say one directional, chat, we're literally saying something like this. Notice how you got that pretty clean rejection off of the 14 EMA. Look at the range of that 5-minute candle. So that 5-minute candle range is 144 points, right? So that's kind of telling you that there is a lot of selling pressure in that 5-minute candle. So you would expect continuation to the downside, right? You definitely don't want to get long after seeing that candle print. So right now we're having a reaction off of that 30,100 level. Will we go lower? We're coming up on that 3:30 time. You got about 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That'll put us at 3:30. So you got MOC coming up at 3:50. And is that going to give us some fireworks today? Who knows? We've had a lot of movement, chat. So we will see how this plays out. Right now you got 40% off all accounts and no activation fee at Take Profit Trader using the code PW. You know the vibes. Even my 10-year-old son know who D-Money is. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Shout out to your son. Shout out to your son. He's the real MVP. Why is my profit target keeps increasing every time I hit my initial target? Answer, please. I'm on an eval. Because you're probably over your consistency. What company are you trading with? You're probably over your consistency. You probably made too much money today. But you got to give me more information to go off of. Yeah,
Fuck, it keeps going up. This keeps going up.
So yeah, tell me what prop and we can give you more details, but that's probably more than likely that's what it is. You made too much money. You got greedy. You didn't close it out. Come on, man. Even my unborn child knows D-Money. Now that is a little weird because D-Money has not partaken with your baby mama. So I don't know what you mean by that, but D-Money has not partaken with your baby mama. So I don't know what you're referring to. I'm not guilty of that. You're on a Lucid 25K flex. Yeah. So the issue is that there is a 50% consistency rule on the flex accounts in the eval stage. There's no consistency rule when you're funded, right? I literally covered that earlier. So maybe you weren't on the show, on the stream at that time, right? So if you, I literally still have it up, right? So here it is. So if you got a 25K account, you got a 50% consistency rule. So the total profit target is 1250 for you to pass that evaluation. But if you're over, that means that you can do 1250 divided by 2, right? 625, basically 2 days would have you passing that. So if you're over that, then that's why your consistency keeps going up. Once you're funded, though, the good thing about the flex accounts, that's my preference. PW likes the Lucid Pro accounts, guys, because he, the past 1 day, and I believe, the payout is 3 days, right? So, but I don't mind the flex accounts because once you're for one, there's no daily loss limit as well, right? You do have a DOL daily loss limit in the pro accounts, but not in the flex accounts. So, but once you get it to fund it, there's no consistency rule, there's no daily loss limit, payouts 5 days, and you gotta love it. Yeah, somebody's telling you right now, they said the only way to get that down is to lose money. DMONEY didn't tell you that. You do what you want with your accounts, but I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You're up $1,700 on the 25K eval. Yeah, you keep it. Yeah, you got to get down to 625. I'll say that much. That's all I'm going to tell you. You got to get down to 625. So you do the math on that. All right, so we're just kind of hanging out here, chat, in the box. Could not so far kind of break that previous candle's high back to the upside. So do we roll over here for more downside here? It's 3:30, so this is a new 30-minute candle. You got to be aware of that 30-minute candle. We had a small retracement kind of dug into the body of that previous 30-minute candle. You can see that top wick, but it's not significant. So that's the only issue I see with that. I would have loved like a deeper retracement back up, because at least you know that the retracement has occurred, chat, right? And you feel a little bit more confident kind of getting short. But when you got a top wick on the current 30-minute candle that's only 20 points, and the range of the previous 30-minute candle is 265 points, that's a little shaky. That's a little shaky, chat. Now, that does not mean that we can't get more downside, because I know somebody's going to say that. They see it start dropping. They're going to be like, I told you, D-Money, right? But you see what's happening now, chat? See how you're getting that push back up? You got to be cautious of the range of the previous candle. When it's larger, a lot of time that means that the retracement is going to be deeper, not a shallow retracement, right? So you don't want to get chopped. So I would love a push back up. Maybe we get back up to like 250, kind of sell off from the 14 and then maybe drop lower. My dream is to have D-Money answer my last question. Mucho gracias. Yeah, let's see what you put here. Do you execute trades on the desktop version of NinjaTrader or the web browser? Yeah, this is actually, we utilize here at the BDH, make no mistake about it, we got it on the screen, TraderBait prop. So when you guys see me on this screen, this is obviously Trading View. When you guys see me switch to the black screen, this is actually TraderBait prop. So I'm charting on Trading View and I'm physically placing the trades on TraderBait prop. That's the only platform of the BDH. And it looks like they want the bottom of the range, chat. Pretty quick kind of statement by the bears, right? They push this thing right back down. We're sitting at 30,074. So keep in mind a gap fill, like we said earlier, 30,025 could get tapped if the momentum kind of continues. I definitely would not be long bias when you look how heavy this 1 hour candle and the previous 1 hour candle is. This thing is falling through the floor. So there's nothing at the moment that's telling you to look for longs, in my opinion, right? So you got to kind of know where we're at. You got to know the time of day. You got to know what just happened. You had Warsh just wrapped up the meeting. And we've had a heavy period of consolidation in a range today since basically 10:30. So be mindful of that. Can you explain the $2,000 drawdown on the Lucid 50K once funded? Yeah, it's end of day drawdown. All right, so it's actually I assume you're talking about Flex, right? So it is what it is. You got the whole $2,000. It's not a daily loss limit on the Flex account. That's what I was saying earlier, right? There's no daily loss limit. So basically, you got a whole $2,000. Not saying that you have to use it, but you got the whole 2,000. More sell off here, guys, to the downside. So yeah, you can utilize the whole $2,000. I mean, like, I don't know how else you want me to answer that. All right, like, I don't think there's another way to answer it. So 15-minute candle right now is having a bit of a hard time kind of holding that high at 150 area. So if we lose the bottom of the box, look out. Blew about 25K Lucid Flex today and then passed the 25K Lucid Pro. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of volatility in the market, Chad. If you got the volatility wrong, you could be in for a party, right, in the wrong kind of way. But if you got the volatility move right, make no mistake about it, it is a trader's dream. That's just what it is. So that's the risk you take trading when the market is heavy on volatility, right? That's just what it is. Help, please. Oh, man. You gotta be... Come on, man.
Help. Help.
So your question is, I just joined. What is going on? Is that what your question was? So you had FOMC today. The reason why we're getting all this volatility, maybe that's what you're kind of referring to, right? So yeah, you had a lot of consolidation. That's the box here that was mapped out. And the reality is that now you're getting it feels like you're getting a directional move to the downside now, right? You had a bunch of chop basically for hours upon hours, and now you're getting continuation down. Maybe he was confused about the quality of the basketball. Sleepy boy. Oh, man. I don't know if he was... either way, I got the W. I'm not worried. So, I'm not worried at all. 4-hour chart looks scary, chat. Right? I mean, that is... And you got some time left here. If we don't fill this gap 100%, that is just trickery, I think, in my opinion, right? Look at the side. Look at the range of the 4-hour candle. Look at the range. If you map it out, that is a 466-point range. So good luck trying to fight that, right? If you're trying to kind of every pullback, you're trying to get long. Yeah. At what time does Denny start? Yeah, Denny will be rocking out at 6 o'clock, chat. Make no mistake about it. He had you covered for Globex Open. Make no mistake about it. So 6 o'clock. So he has got his Gatorade in his system. He got rejuvenated. I think I saw him take a power nap back there because he exerted a lot of energy on that basketball court, but unfortunately it did not pan out for him the way that he would like. But yeah, that's not my... I'm not... Chat, I literally said this yesterday. If you got, unfortunately, you know, we'll say it while PW is here. He's got to probably say something to you. So if you got... If you got banned, chat, you got banned...
so many women in the chat right
You got banned for a reason. So...
Martina, J.O., Michelle...
Oh, man.
We got all the women be watching DMONEY.
Oh, man.
DMONEY got women. Where are all the women for me? I didn't know women watching me. Man.
Here's the break to the downside, guys. Look out. She gone again. She gone. There's 30,016. That gap has been filled, chat. That gap has been filled. There it is. So if you don't know, now you know. Cray with little Ray. Yeah, if PW blocked you guys, PW is the boss. I'm not gonna, that's not, if he blocked you, he blocked you. I don't know what happened, but I can't overturn that. That's his decision. I can't do anything about it. So that's on. She gone. Oh man, you gotta love it, chat. All right, well, there's your break of the box to the downside. 30,035 down to 29,950, chat. It's a bleed out. It is officially a bleed out. Nice.
Danny made money.
Yeah, so that's another eval pass there, guys. $3,300. You gotta love the volatility here. This is falling through the floor. So.
Hey, good thing Daddy's got 9,000 shares. I got 9,000 shares of SQQ, sir.
Oh man, PW's banking over here, chat. He's over here banking.
Come on, chat.
And it is she gone. This definitely qualifies for she gone because
that portfolio, baby. 533,000.
Yeah.
In the real brokerage. Got half a million.
Just got along at the 50% daily fib. Yeah, I'll tell you, I had fibs on my chart for probably 2 days, and once price just kind of broke through those, I realized that momentum is always going to be the best way to trade. Right, because it's real time, guys, and a lot of those fibs don't hold. But I'm not the trader that's going to tell you that something doesn't work. What I tell you is that when price is in momentum, when price is trending in one direction, a lot of things is going to work, chat. I say that all the time. Right now we're in a downtrend, right? So there's a lot of indicators that's going to kind of work right now, and it's going to make you kind of feel good. But the ultimate indicator is price action, right? Momentum trading, because that's literally in front of you. Like, that's just what it is. That's always going to be the best indicator, guys. It's never going to change with trading, right? Because it's real time. It's literally in front of you. It's, that's just what it is. But I'm not, the person that's going to tell you that fibs work or do not work. I don't even get into that. So. Two evals pass and some good long-term buying opportunities out there. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a sell-off. You got to call it what it is, chat. If you look at the 1 hour candle, I mean, and you kind of measure it out, about 440 points. Quit my job last week to watch DMONEY. So far, so good. Matt, that is a lot of pressure, sir. If you quit your job to watch me trade, that is a lot of pressure on you, not on me, because I'm going to trade how I trade, right? But the reality is that PW kind of talks about that all the time. I hope maybe you're just joking or something like that. But if you are trying to pursue trading full time, just make sure you got probably a nest egg of money kind of saved up, so you're not feeling like, oh, I got to make this work out. I have to win this trade to pay my rent or pay my mortgage or pay my car payment or whatever it is, right? Because that's a lot of pressure, and that could kind of put you in a bad situation. So watching DMONEY and lose 2K, Kneebox. Here we go. Here's somebody else, guys. He lost 2K watching DMONEY. Kneebox, you lost 2K watching me, and you lost money said you blew an account earlier today as well. So who's at fault here? So we'll do you a favor and we'll get you out of here because you don't have any accountability. So the reality is that what are you doing wrong? You need to kind of look at. So you go. See ya. You gotta be kidding me. You blew accounts this morning and you blew accounts this afternoon. Well, we haven't had a single losing trade. So I don't know what, like, I'm always dumbfounded, chat. I'm just being honest. I'm not even joking. All right. Same thing yesterday. We had literally 80% win rate yesterday, and somebody said they blew 6 accounts. So he must have faded me or something because we haven't had a losing trade. So hey, I love you. He faded DMONEY each time he traded. Yeah, he had to fade me because there's no way. There's no way. It's not physically possible. Look at the chart. Like, are you kidding me? Look at the volatility in the market. Look at the downside. Look at the continuation down. How did you I'm dumbfounded, chat. It is what it is. Either way, we are out here doing it. And we're trying to get to 1,500 likes, guys. Do me a solid. We need 400 likes. We got 2,400 people rocking out here. We have put on a clinic today. Really nice session. You can't be disappointed, in my opinion, right? So we had a really good session yesterday as well. Kind of makes you forget about that 60-point range chop day that we had a couple days back, right? After you get a couple good sessions rolling. So you got to love it. Do me a solid, guys. We got to get to 1,500 likes. We've had that streak for months at this point. The math is not math in chat. 2,400 people and only 1,100 likes. What is going on? He doesn't know there's a second or time delay. Yeah, but even if so there's been so much follow through on these moves today that it still doesn't make sense. There's been so much follow through, right? There's been continuation, even if I'm closing the trade out. So that's when it doesn't make sense. But it is what it is. DMONEY, buy, bro, buy now, bro. We're going up. Yeah, I'm not looking for longs, chat. See, that's where people kind of, they don't really kind of like understand it, right? So I'm not looking for longs, guys. The market's bearish, so I'm not looking to capitalize just because the market's going back up. I mean, will it pop here? Maybe, and that's fine. But I mean, I've had so many winning trades that it's not even, is it worth my time to kind of go counter trend, if that makes any sense? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so, chat. Listening to the commentary helps me because there is a big lag in my stream. So by the time I hear it, there it is. I'm too late. There it is.
Too late.
All right, guys, we're gonna drop a poll in the chat. You got MOC. You got MOC coming up here in less than 3 minutes here, guys. So we got to get your opinion on MOC. Curious to see if we get more volatility. So let's see how this plays out. Give me 1 second here. All right, you got 3 options, guys. Get your vote in because we're getting pretty close. It's got about 1 minute and 35 seconds here before MOC. So I am curious to kind of see how you guys feel going into this 3:50 time. So can you please add absolutely no idea? I know, right? So yo, D-Money, how did Denny do on the court? Yeah, Denny lost the game 5-2 chat. So unfortunately, he's a little down about it. So tune in because he is coming up at 6 o'clock. Make no mistake about it, guys. He had you covered for the Globex Open. Why not? We're at 1,200 likes. Let's keep it going. Yeah, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. There's no way you can tell me that we shouldn't be at 1,500 likes. I think that I did the best that I could do, breaking down the market, kind of talking you through what I was looking for, and you had plenty of opportunities to capitalize on it. So do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button, guys. We got 2,400 people here. Should be at 1,500 likes. You got about 5 seconds for MOC, guys. I'm gonna close this poll out so people can see the results. So give you about 5 seconds and we'll close the poll. All right, so you'll see the results coming through now for MOC. You got 38% feeling like we're gonna pump, 37% dump, 25% chop fist.
Pump, dump, pump, pump.
So let's see how this plays here. You've already filled that gap. So I would not be surprised if there's some kind of reaction, maybe back the opposite direction, guys, but who knows? Because a lot of times, right, everybody was kind of waiting for that gap to get filled. So we'll see. 29,970. So we're hanging out right below 30,000. We know that that 30,000 level is a nice psychological number, chat, that everybody kind of, they're watching that number, right? So those are the levels that you have to be mindful of, because a lot of times those levels, basically what happens is that there'll be reactions at those levels, there'll be profit taken at those levels, those will be stop loss levels, etc. So see if we lose it. The whole gap didn't fill it. Well, I mean, if you go to the 4-hour chart, this is the 4-hour chart. The gap got filled, chat. The whole gap got filled. So I'm not sure what you're kind of looking at. If you look at the June 12th candle at 2 o'clock, the high of that candle was 30,025. So yeah, the gap definitely got filled all the way. And right now you got more selling pressure kind of stepping into the market, kind of rolling back over to the downside. So you got to be a little cautious here, because maybe we just kind of stall out right below 30,000 and you don't really get a power move, because you've had a lot of volatility, chat. You had a break of the range to the upside. You had a break of the range that we were stuck in to the downside. Then you had continuation to the downside. So maybe they just kind of build out a range, and then Globex Open is more eventful. Who knows? Uh, 1,200 likes, chat. We got some work to do. We need 300 more likes, and I know that there's 300 people out there that have not hit that like button, because we got 2,300 people rocking out. So the math is not mathing, chat. So do me a solid, hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We rock out no later than 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, just trying to make a little monies. Saw a lot of W's in the chat, guys. There should be no reason why we are not at 1,500 likes. Come on, man. Come on, man. I banked 2,074, even though it should be over 3K. I couldn't get out of the trade when it first dumped. Too many buyers and major lag. Yeah, that happens when there's a lot of volatility in the market. So when there's a lot of volatility in the market, a lot of times your exit is not going to be right like where you think it is, because there's slippage, etc. when there's a lot of volatility. So you got to kind of account for that and know that that's a possibility. Right, that when there's a lot of volatility, sometimes your exit is not going to be exactly where you think it is. So that's just how it works. I mean, right now, if you kind of look at it, chat, this first 5-minute candle of MOC, I mean, it's still a decent range. I mean, you're talking 95 points. It wasn't a flush, but 95 points is still pretty significant. So. And you're getting ready for that 355 candle, so I'll be very interested because this current candle has a pretty much non-existent top wick, right? So that's very interesting, chat. Like, do they yoke this thing back up? A lot of bearish momentum in the market. The 1-hour candle's heavy, so let's see what happens in the next 5 minutes. Yep, see, so there's the push back up. Somebody said 6 trades and 4 timeouts. hey, when you write, you're right. When you write, you're right. I think the highlight for me today was NQ_BBL. That is he is he is definitely the highlight of my afternoon. So, oh man. Right back up here, chat. That's why. So when you hear me talking about these candles with no top wicks, right? A lot of times those wicks are the candle gets ran, guys, to the upside, right? So in this case, right, you had no top wick, and then the new candle opens up and pushes right above it, puts it a new high. That's a 100-point pop right back up. So it's crazy. Oh man, another W10 pointers, yeah. Somebody said they peeped the basketball game, but they didn't see any shots going in the basket. Well, you are highly mistaken, because DMONEY got it done. So Denny will be paying for Prime 112. Make no mistake about it. Come on, chat. Do me a solid. Hit the like button. We got to get to 1,500 likes, guys. We're sitting at 1,300 likes. We're almost there. We're almost there, chat. We need less than 200 likes. Don't let me down, chat. I try to put it on for you as best as possible here in these market conditions. And, I mean, we've had quite a few setups here. So if you haven't already, hit the like button. Don't be shy. Come on, man. DMONEY went 5 for 25. Yeah, that's about right. I'm not gonna lie. You are probably accurate on that. That I was probably 5 for 25. But hey, we got it done. Real talk, what convinced you? how long or what convinced you to quit your day job to go into trading? Yeah, so basically I was trading Forex. You guys got to remember my story is a little bit different, chat. I was trading Forex before futures, right? So if you were, maybe you just kind of started out and you're trading futures from the jump, but that wasn't my case. I tried pretty much everything: penny stocks, stock options, regular stocks, traded Forex, and would start getting payouts with Forex prop firms, guys. And then but there was a lot of shady stuff going on, right? A lot of shady stuff with these props not being regulated, them slipping price, all that, slipping your entries, right? So I was trying to look for a way out of that and get with a regulated broker. But since I don't have dual citizenship, etc., it was hard. I couldn't get that done. So then I stumbled upon PW on YouTube trading the futures market and props, and that's how I got into it, guys. But I think you need to have some payouts, guys, right? You need to have at least, I would say, probably some payouts under your belt before you even entertain that. The other thing is, like I said, it's probably smart to have money aside for bills for an extended period of time, because it's going to be too much pressure on you, right? I was in a position, fortunately, where I had a cushion, guys, and I was able to kind of take advantage of that, right? And not put pressure on myself to actually kind of, I gotta win this trade, or I gotta win this week to be able to pay my bills, right? That wasn't the case for me. So, but everybody's different, chat. I'll tell you that it's hard. PW will flat out tell you not to do it. He'll tell you not to do it, right? Because it's not going to be peaches and cream. It's not going to be all roses all the time, guys. You're going to have down days. You're going to have down weeks. You might have a down month. You're going to lose some accounts. You're going to feel like quitting. You're going to, right? That's just how it is. So be prepared for that this can be a long road. So I started doing futures after I found this channel. I used to do low cap stocks, but I made the switch, bro. I don't do prop accounts though. Yeah, I mean, to each his own, but I mean, I think it makes sense to leverage props, because from a financial standpoint, why put up, an extended amount of capital on your end when you can utilize props and use their capital, right? That's just a thought process, because the example I always make is that to put on one mini contract of NQ in the futures market on TradeDebate, you need to have $1,000 in your account just to open that trade. But that's not going to give you any wiggle room on the trade. All right, it's not going to give you any wiggle room, meaning that you can't withstand any drawdown. So you're obviously going to have to put more money into the account to be able to do that. You could trade micros, right, as an option, but end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. Just like I kind of said, chat, right, we're getting a push back up. We're sitting at 30,085. And, that could be expected. It's not a surprise when you've had a heavy sell-off to the downside. We already filled the gap. And currently on the 1 hour chart, we are digging into the previous candle's body, right? So even if we're going to expand lower, right now we're having a heavy retracement back to the upside. Not surprised at all on that. Let's see where we're at, chat. Did we get it done? Let's see, the question of the day, did we get it done, chat? Did we get 1,500 likes? Unfortunately, we did not. So do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. We're still hanging out at 1,300 likes. I'm actually shocked that we have not hit 1,500 likes. For some reason, we are being stingy today with the likes. So do me a solid, guys. We put on a lot of trades here. Saw a lot of W's in the chat. Pretty good afternoon session here. if I must say. So should be no reason why we're not at 1500. Come on, man. All right, so when was the last time you blew a funded account? Oh man, probably a couple weeks back, chat. A couple weeks back, got chopped on a trade, lost the account. It's gonna happen. That's why I always tell you guys that. The reality is that it's a facade if you think that you're gonna keep your funded accounts for an extended period of time. That's why it's always funny when people are saying that, oh, well, Apex, as an example, limits you to 6 payouts. It's like, guys, less than 1% will ever see that on a single account. Doesn't mean you can't get funded again and get more payouts, right? But you're going to lose accounts, chat. The difference is you're going to lose them at a slower clip as you get better at trading. That's what it is. You go into this trading thing and you think that you're not gonna, that you got it all figured out and that, oh, I'm at the point where I'm not gonna lose any more accounts. That's not true. It's not true, guys. You're still gonna lose accounts. But the reality is that the goal is, I should say, is that you're getting more payouts and you're able to offset the money that you're spending on evaluations, right? As an example, because you're getting payouts. That's the whole point. But you're not gonna hold, it's a small, it's less than 1% that's gonna have a account basically over 3 or 4 payouts, guys. That's just what it is. That's the numbers in the prop game. You guys might not believe it because you're naive to it, but we're literally telling you from the prop side of it, right? That's what the numbers are. So will we take other trades? I don't. I'm not going to probably put on anything else here. Because if you look, we're just kind of we had a bottom kind of put in. You had expansion back to the 14. Maybe we drop lower. But I've literally put on multiple trades here. You had a lot of opportunities, so to capitalize. It's always funny, guys, right? People want you to. It's after 4 o'clock, so. We got less than 100 likes, guys. Can we get to 1,500 likes? Do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. We got to end the show with a bang, chat. Just kind of rocking out here, answering a few questions, and we're going to end it. We're going to wrap this thing up in a few minutes here. But if you haven't already, hit the like button. We got 1,800 people in here, and I know that there is some BBL, NQ_BBL. Did you hit the like button? Because we should be at 1,500 likes, chat. And I think NQ_BBL is the person that's holding us back. So oh man, to get some more likes, how about wearing a fun outfit to match DMONEY swag? Just a fun suggestion. Yeah, I know, right? How long does Denny trade in Globex? I believe it's 6 to 10, right? If I'm not mistaken, guys. 6 to 10. 6 to 10, right? Yeah, he's gonna be rocking out 6 to 10, chat. So don't you worry, he had you covered for Globex. And that also covers the age and session. Make no mistake about it. So we're almost there, guys. Less than 50 likes here to be at 1,500. Come on, man. We're really going to end the stream, guys, without 1,500 likes. I'm highly offended. I'm highly offended here. You know, I mean, it is very, very weird. Cool. I only trade around 8 to 10 in Globex. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so you'll be able to catch him for that. So I guess Denny will say he won the basketball game. Yeah, he can say it all he wants, but once the video evidence is uploaded to my X account, he is not going to be able to deny it, guys. Make no mistake about it, DMONEY will post the Prom 112 as well. I won't give you a like today, DMONEY. Okay. Well, debacle training. You don't have to give me a like, but let's see what you. Oh yeah, you've had a lot of kind of DMONEY. Do you like mayo? DMONEY. Do you like corn dogs? You've had all this stuff going on. All right, hey, I mean, maybe you faded me. I don't know. Tasha, here we go again. There's somebody else. Never answered my question. So I've covered this multiple times. This is not intentional to miss somebody's question. So have a question. Why did you not stick to option trading? Yeah, because the reality is there's a lot of factors in that you have to get right to make money. And right, so you got decay, you got all those factors, guys, that sometimes it gets a little hairy, and just got out of it. So you got to know what you're doing. I'll say that. You got to know what you're doing, right? Or else you can lose a lot of money. That's just what it is. But if I miss your question, chat, I've said this multiple times. It's not on purpose. You guys got to understand that there's thousands of people in the chat. So I'm not handpicking your question to skip over, if that makes any sense, right? So don't take offense to that. It's not to try to upset anybody, to be honest. Come on, guys. A couple more people here to hit the like button. We're going to call this thing a day. We had a pretty good session here. Tomorrow we'll be back. Make no mistake about it. You got Denny coming up here at 6 o'clock. Earlier, your days you wouldn't be looking for longs because of downtrend. At what point of time frame would you consider the trend a reversal? Well, you can see right now on a 5-minute chart, you had a bottom that was put in towards 29,918, and then you had to push back up, right? We never put in a lower low. So a lot of times when price pushes in momentum away from that 14 EMA, they will make an attempt to get it back closer to that 14 EMA. And that's what I was literally saying, right? That we've already had a lot of selling pressure, chat. We had a lot of selling pressure in the market. So if you map out what occurred, it's hard to want to get long, get short down here when we've already dropped 500, almost 600 points, right? You got to be smart, chat. I had to learn the hard way on that because I would be, trying to short it, just keep shorting it and not waiting for retracements. You would love a retracement and then a rejection to go lower. Right, but you're shorting something that's already dropped almost 500 points. Chances are you're probably going to be part of that retracement and get yoked. So,
what's next though? Long or short? Long, short. What do I do now? There's a short.
You use the code PW, chat, because right now you got Tradify accounts 35% off. You're able to bundle those. That is right. You can get a 5-pack there as well with Tradify. So you're able to bundle and save using the code PW. We got you covered, 35% off. Do you recommend a 50K? Do you recommend 50K or 150K? Yeah, I like the 50K account, chat, because in general, in the prop space, the profit you have to make and then the payout ratio is pretty close, right? When you go bigger, a lot of these accounts, you got to make $9,000, guys, etc., right? On a 150K account on most props, you got to make $9,000 on a 150K account to pull out 3,000. So how is that kind of enticing, if that makes any sense? Right now, a lot of the props, the second payout, you got to make less to get it, right? I'm aware of that, but most props you got to make $3,000 or a little bit over that, and you're able to pull out $1,500 to $2,000. So that's a little bit better in my opinion. But to each his own. Just a preference thing. That's all it is. That's it. Look at the economic calendar for tomorrow. Yeah, let me see real quick. Let me check that out, guys. Obviously, we know what was on the agenda today, right? So You got Philly Fed Manufacturing Index at 8:30. Unemployment claims as well. You got CBE leading index. Pretty much it. So nothing too crazy there, guys. Doesn't look too crazy. Shout out to Mark. He said he's taking 2K payout tonight with Lucid. Hey, congrats. I'm happy for you, man, honestly. Yo, D-Money, I made $6,000 this morning on my live account, so I locked out for the day, but had to come back on the show and show my boy some love and drop him a like. Have a good rest of your day, my man. Hey, Sammy boy, I appreciate that, man. Honestly. Not much of it. Jobless claims. My bad. I was just thinking out loud. Yeah. It looks like there's not much going on there for news tomorrow, right? So a lot of times that's the case after, like, you get a major news event like today. They'll kind of keep it tame the day after. But, you know. That does not account for Trump, chat. Keep that in mind, right? So even though the calendar looks a little mild for tomorrow from a news standpoint, Trump could come out and tweet something, or right, Iran news could come out, whatever. You guys know the drill. So we got to be prepared either way. Can I trade on TradingView with Lucid? Yes, that's an option, but TraderBait Prop is the platform that we use. So I literally chart on TradingView and physically take the trade on TraderBait Prop. So we hit 1,500 likes, guys. I appreciate the support. I don't take it for granted. I think overall, really good session here. We'll be back tomorrow, guys, so stay tuned to the channel for that. You got Denny coming up here at 6 o'clock. He'll be rocking out 6 to 10, so he had you covered tonight as well. What more can you ask for, guys? We got you covered day. We got you covered morning, afternoon, and night. I mean, cray with Lil Ray Ray. So, yeah, we'll call it here, chat. I'll be back tomorrow. Get ready for the Denny Dollar Show coming up here. That is correct, Amondo. At 6 o'clock. So I will catch you guys tomorrow, chat. Stay safe. Got to figure out the dinner option. Rocking this thing out here, right? So what did let me see. I think I missed your question really quick. Let me check your thing real quick. Channel activity. Oh yeah, my X account. Yeah. So yeah, you're able to pull me up. You can do D-Money all caps. D-Money all caps. You should be able to pull me up there. D-Money all caps. If that doesn't come up, you can put in my my government here, my first name, Demarius. That'll definitely pull it up. Make no mistake about it. All right, guys, so stay safe. Tomorrow, we will do it again. You got Denny coming up at 6. We got you covered. So be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay away from Jerome. Until my next stream, I'm gone.